So I've been recently getting into music.
What do you mean recently getting into music? No, you have not.
Recently getting into music.
Okay.
No, I've been actually like. It's a weird.
Explain.
I gotta explain. I gotta explain.
If you literally just click the timeline of the video and go back, we're probably being so serious and talking about like music or some shit.
Yeah.
And you skip to here we go.
Man, we just jack of all trades, man.
Yeah,
We'll talk about
yeah.
semen, and we'll
Okay.
talk about guitars. Taylor
Okay.
Guitars sponsor us. Taylor Guitars, not the semen. But
Dance anime.
what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Dance Anime Podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Kevin Sissenthone, alongside the anime shonen rival, Steven Sissenthone.
What's going on, dude?
Nothing much. We were
Well-
just like debating on what topics
I
to
know.
actually talk
It's
about.
been like an hour or two. We were just talking about different topics.
Because we were just like, the thing was that, like, obviously, Kayla not here. We're not going to do the Kayla Dennis, what was it, the Caitlyn Danis?
Christine Danis.
Christine Danis joke. But,
Right.
that being said, whenever we don't have a host, we have to obviously, look to other people, aka, like, Discord, our friends,
Yes,
yada
sir.
yada.
Yep.
And we just got an absolute influx of
There's
topics.
probably like 15 to 20 or something.
Yeah.
It felt like that at
Mhm.
least. A lot of good ones.
Like, to the point where, like, it was like when I, like, scroll through, like, Netflix, and I'm more just, like, looking at what shows to watch instead of watching a show.
That's classic.
Yeah, and
You
that's
spend
like what I was
hours just like browsing and you don't actually watch anything.
You're just like, oh, they have this. Oh, they have this. Like,
Yeah.
oh, that was a good show. And like that was us. We were just like, damn, this is a good topic, and we just didn't know which one to do.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't want to say like very rarely, like, do we get the chance where it's like Kayla's missing,
Yep.
but it's a dime a dozen kind of thing.
And
So-
we kind of sent it into the last second. I was kind of expecting like, maybe one or two people to say something, but there was a couple soldiers in there, one or two that were just pumping out.
Just pumping.
And I like it.
was
That's what we need.
"Jeez."
That's what
Yeah.
we need. Can I give you a continuation on this this spider whisperer journey I've been going on?
Wait, what was?
Remember from the past episodes, I said all these spiders and punching them in my bed and stuff.
Yeah. I do remember.
So let me continue with this. I don't know what's going on, but
Here we go.
I took a shower and I was coming back. I obviously didn't have my glasses or contacts on, so I was blind, and I just saw something scurry across my floor. And I had I was in a towel, so I had nothing to do. And of
Yeah.
course, what did I do? I just curb stomped it with my toes and everything.
Uh-huh.
I felt like all the guts in between my toes and everything. I was like, oh my god, it's the worst. And I think on the same night,
Was that a big one?
I think it was like medium sized.
So you like felt it though, like
Yeah.
Oh,
I was like, and then I was just
felt
rubbing it.
just
I was
the
like, oh, it's gross.
exoskeleton. Oh,
I just got out of the shower, and then I think later the same night, I had my laptop on my chest because I'm blind. I was like just watching Twitch. I think I was watching some GTRP,
yeah.
and I thought I saw something scurry across my keyboard and underneath. And dude, I woke up like I was like falling asleep. I woke up
Jesus.
so quick. I turned on the light and I started like, throwing my blankets everywhere. I couldn't find it.
Yeah.
I couldn't find
Oh
it.
wow.
Yeah. So I didn't even know if my eyesight was fooling me,
Mm-hmm.
but I thought I saw something. And then I just went to sleep, and I said, "Well, suck it up, dude. I just go to sleep." This was at like 3 or 4 in the morning, probably.
Yeah.
I was dead.
Yeah, no, I think we have like a spider problem.
I don't
here.
know what's going on.
Like, I swear in the last week I've killed like almost like 10 spiders, and then that's like not even including like how many spiders like you killed. We killed a spider last episode
Yeah,
during the episode.
it was right over there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, last week or I guess 2 weekends ago, after we filmed our last episode,
Yeah.
we went to the barcade
Yes.
with the boys.
What a good time.
Yeah,
What a grand old time that was.
yeah. We haven't seen them like maybe a handful, not even like 5 times, like probably less than that.
Yeah.
Over the course of the pandemic, and man, it was just what a good time to see them.
Like in like an actual like prolonged like time.
Dude,
Like,
let me tell you though, I didn't tell you guys what a nightmare it was for me to get out of the parking lot, because it was like a dirt lot, like gravel or something, and
Yeah.
I parked.
Oh, okay. You parked on like that like
Yeah,
weird lot. Yeah.
yeah,
I
I
know
parked
exactly what
on
you're
the
talking about.
right, like toward a wall.
Yeah.
and people were parking on the left, toward the other end of the lot on a wall.
Yeah.
It wasn't that big, but I didn't know why I didn't think about it, that people were gonna park in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And when we were leaving, dude, it wasn't, dude, people were parking like, what's a good analogy? Like, I don't know, like crooked teeth or something. Like, they were just like poking out. Like,
Yeah.
it was not like clean at all. So getting out, I had to do like a 90-point turn to like get it. Dude, it was so bad because the car parked right across from me.
Yeah.
Was jutting out like quite a bit.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my god. I was like, here we go.
That sucks.
And then the parking dude, I don't know, the dude that accepts the money.
Mm-hmm.
He went out of his booth and he was like yelling, trying to help me to get out, like turn left, turn right.
Oh, really?
It was a big thing. And then I was like, oh my god, it was so bad. And then when I pulled out, he said, all right, go that way and go. I thought he said go that way and go around.
Yeah.
With the opposite way of the entrance, because I thought I could just like, I thought it was a parking lot that you could loop around in.
Mm-hmm.
I went toward the end, and there was cars blocked off all the way, so I had to reverse out of it and dude, and go left to right, and then dude, what a journey that was.
That sucks. I didn't realize. Because I remember you were complaining about the parking. I didn't realize it was that.
It was bad.
For some reason, I thought you were talking about like the diner, like way later. And I was like,
no, it was that.
And I remember I was like, what? I'm like, the parking wasn't that bad. I don't think.
That was bad.
Yeah, that. But next time, if we go there again, just go to like there was like the Temple garage or whatever, the Temple Street garage.
But you should have heard this dude screaming at me. I don't think, because he was foreign, but I don't think he was being mad at me. He was just trying to get his point across.
Yeah.
And the way he was, that was a lot of pressure though. I was like, oh my god, dude.
Because like where I parked was just like it was just a regular street garage.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was like free.
And it was free. If you brought the ticket to like the bartender, he gave you like a discount thing, and then you give it to the person, and then it's free.
Yeah. Other than that, dude, that was a rough weekend for me. You remember that? That was rough.
You were going through it.
I really was. But no, it was cool to rekindle our like friendships. That was cool.
Yeah.
It felt weird, to be honthe
A little bit. It was like I don't even know what to say. Like
it
felt like it was just like, dude, it's like I've gone through so much shit. You've gone through so much shit. Like we've had like the literal like years worth of like experience, and I don't know what it is for like older people, but we're at that age where we're constantly changing, evolving, right?
Yep.
As like younger 20-year-olds to like mid 20s, kind of like we're constantly.
This is a pretty influential. I would say like a big period in your life where you change.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just a year just gone like that. It was weird. And even like the other night, or like a night or two ago, I was in a PlayStation party with all of them, and we had like hours long conversation about like, I don't know, I think it was because of me, to be honest. We were talking about some like, deep shit, and then after that conversation, I was like, man, like I just feel so different. Like we just changed so much. It was weird, but it was cool to rekindle friendships.
Mm-hmm.
And then anything happened to you?
Nothing that I could think of. More on when I go into my topic, I guess.
Yeah.
But this is Dance Anime Podcast, where us, the lovely people of Dance Anime, sit down and enjoy your company. We talk about random topics every week, and then we talk about it until the full thing posts on Friday on youtube.com/danceanime and Spotify.
That sounds so cool. I'm still not used to it.
What?
youtube.com/danceanime.
Yeah. I'm so happy I could say that because I don't. If you guys
/Y2KZ L underscore.
If you guys are actually like viewers, if you're new, sure, like youtube.com/danceanime, sure, whatever. Like you hear it all the goddamn time from all these other YouTubers. That being said, if you're here from the beginning, we had another podcast show that hopefully we could bring back.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, Doki Doki Anime Club, like the literal like founding father to this channel.
Yeah, that walk so this podcast could run.
Yeah, pretty much. It was like almost like the pilot for this. And at the time, I couldn't say that because you need like 100 subscribers. Thank you, 100 subscribers, by the way. In order to get like your custom URL. So now I could say youtube.com/danceanime.
You know what's funny too? For my YouTube, I don't my YouTube channel, whatever. Like I don't even use it.
Mm-hmm.
But back in the day when we like did live performances and posted on there, I made it at a time where we could get custom URLs. So I just had my.
Custom... Oh, it's a lot more harder now.
Yeah, it's a lot more harder. Crazy. But also another weird thing happened to me. I never got faced with this before. I didn't think I would get faced with this, but I went to go get a haircut like this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
And
I need a haircut.
Yeah,
dear God.
I remember when I was there. Look at that. Oh my God.
It's so long.
But I was gonna get a haircut and I had my mask on, and obviously, it's less strict now with all the vaccine and all that stuff. And I remember sitting down in the chair, and he goes, "Hey Steve, like you can take off your mask, by the way. Like if you don't want to wear it."
Mm-hmm.
And in my head, I was like, I don't mind wearing masks. It's not that big of an inconvenience to me. I kind of like, we wore masks when we dance because like kinges and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like used to it, and I'd prefer it on because like, I mean, why not? It's a big like why not to me.
Yeah.
And he said that to me, and I was looking in the mirror where I was getting my haircut, and I see everyone around me with their mask off, and he's like saying this pretty loud, and I go, yeah, don't matter to me. I took it off, and then in my head, I was like, gritting my teeth. I'm like, oh, you're such a coward. You're such a coward. You know that's not what you wanted to say. Because I mean, ideally, I would have been like, oh, that's fine, whatever.
Yeah.
But I was like, I said, don't matter to me. I put it in my pocket. And
Just
then,
fell for the peer pressure, man.
Yeah, man. And I didn't think I'd get faced with it. Isn't that weird? The peer pressure of taking off your mask now.
Yeah.
I was like, this is a weird situation to be in.
I feel like I'm stone cold. Like if I want to wear like my mask in like the middle of people that just don't want to, like I feel like I want to hold my ground.
Yeah. Even at the barcade, it was weird.
Mm-hmm.
When everyone was.
Because I always use the dirty, like this is like a dirty analogy, but like I always use like condoms and sex, and it's just like you're not gonna hound a guy for using a condom. You know what I mean? He's being safe sex. But like
I suppose, yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a weird thing to be like, you use condoms, you fucking like you know what I mean?
Yeah, I got you.
But that reminds me of this experiment. With I know we're talking about like just a bunch of topics that like kind of landed as like one of those
we went
topics.
into a lot of philosophy stuff.
Yeah. And I think it was my sociology teacher, so it was like a sociology thing.
Mm-hmm.
And pretty much the idea was that like they were answering questions. It was her in a big room. And pretty much they were answering questions. And you know, everyone got it right and they were going over it. Okay, this one's right. This one's right. And pretty much pretend it was two. I think it was literally like something around like simple as like 2 + 2 = like 5.
Okay.
Right.
Right.
But obviously equals 4.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone in the room said, yeah, 2 + 2 = 5. Equals 5. And she was like, no, it's not. It's 4, like kind of thing. As pretty simple as that. And they were like telling her like that like the whole class will fail if you don't like, or so it was something crazy like that, and they kept like trying to push her to be one with the crowd kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And she stormed out. It eventually got to the point where she stormed out. She was like angry, like, no, I'm not taking this right now. They chase her, eventually tell her she's part of an experiment. And they revealed to her like, yeah, no, we're like testing like people and like how like most people will go with the group like that. Was like, okay, like yeah, it's equals
mob
5
mentality to it.
Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, and she was just part of this experiment. I forgot how it like they set it up, but it must have been, I have no idea.
Isn't there like some like equation out there, or like there's some way to actually make 1 + 1 = like 1 or something?
Really?
I feel like we're at a party sometime and some kid like came up to us, and then it was like legit. I think, I don't know. I was so young.
It might be one of those like fucking meme things.
Yeah,
like, I don't even know. But anyways, we need to decide who's gonna go first. So we got a duel. Let's duel.
Okay, what's it gonna be, dude?
I don't know. I was looking at my Ghirardelli 72% cacao intense dark.
Is it an ad, Kev?
Just trying to get all the sponsors we can. What was it last time? It was the Blue Diamond Almonds. I just keep bringing food onto this thing. I get so hungry, like just setting up, because like I do a big portion of it, and then by the time I'm just like, I'm kind of hungry. I say we just throw this.
Okay.
Just flip it like a coin. Instead of a coin flip, just
tails.
So you want tails?
Never fails, baby.
You want nutrition? You want nutrition facts or label?
Yeah, nutrition facts. That would be tails.
Nutrition facts, huh?
Tails, baby.
Nutrition facts. We gonna learn the truth today.
Wait, are you gonna do? Okay. Go.
No. I'm just gonna let it go. I'm just gonna let it go.
Let it go. Easy.
Okay, tails. Dude, I lose every single time. Have you noticed this? What are we, 5 episodes in?
Yeah.
I lose every single time. Like bottom barrel, always lose.
Why?
I don't know.
Dude, it's all skill.
That being said, when it comes to like chance and like rock paper scissors type stuff,
yeah,
I suck. Especially when you like think about fighting games. If you're into fighting games, you would know that a lot of it is like rock paper scissors type of guessing. I suck at it.
Yeah, but your gotcha rates are pretty good.
Well, my gotcha rates are pretty damn good.
You get a lottery ticket.
But anyway, Steven.
So if you've been watching, and I hope you have, we've been talking about my goats thing and sleep paralysis, and even I think it was last episode we did was that the alien one? Was that last episode? No, 2 episodes ago.
Wow.
These
things move.
Yeah, time just goes. We did the alien thing from Ace, and I talked about getting abducted.
Yes. Wah.
Maybe we can cut here and show them. I don't know. You don't have to. But I talked about an experience I had that was actually sleep paralysis, and I don't know if you guys got debated because I said I was getting abducted, and it sounded pretty legit.
Yeah.
But I'm going to talk about, and I was streaming the other day. I was streaming Ep.5 remake, Sick Plug Kid. I was streaming it on my twitch.tv/. But then you were there too, and I was talking about we're talking about sleep paralysis and lucid dreaming.
Yep.
And I even want to get into like maybe astral projection.
Mm-hmm.
But and we can get into it. But I want to talk about how that episode, the alien episode, I said I got in high school sleep paralysis for like a month straight. Maybe it was like every other day, but it was pretty freaking frequent. Pretty frequent. I would say easily over like 15 times easily in a month. Easily. Yeah. I don't know what's going on with me. Maybe stressed out or something. I don't know. I have no idea.
Wait, what was this during college or was this during high school? Okay.
Yeah.
Were you particularly stressed during high school?
I feel like I don't even know.
Overworked at all? I feel like every high schooler is.
Yeah, right. I feel like you are. I don't know.
Because like that with like a lack of sleep just will do it.
Yeah, no, probably. But I want to talk about my first experience with it. It was really, really vivid, bad. So,
I want to share mine. I got a couple.
Yeah. So if you want to go listen to the alien one, you could. But this was like my first one, and it was really, really, really like gut wrenching.
Yeah.
So I was in the living room, and the TV was on, and I was like watching, I don't know, background noise, and I was studying because I was a good noodle in high school, got good grades, whatever. I was doing my homework and studying, and I fell asleep on the couch. And I remember my leg was like, I don't know, I fell asleep kind of like, kind of like this with my leg out of the couch. If you can see that, sorry for the people that are just listening, but go watch the video. Okay. And my leg was hanging out.
Go support the YouTube. Subscribe. What are you doing?
And my leg was out, and I remember it was like all of a sudden, like my leg started getting like felt like it was getting pulled.
Yeah.
And I remember immediately I was like, holy shit, am I getting like possessed or it's like a ghost or something? And it kept pulling me.
Was Conjuring out at this time?
I don't even know.
Classic leg pull.
I think I still had long hair, so this should have been like sophomore or freshman year.
It definitely was now. Fuck.
And I was getting my body was getting pulled, and then I tried to break it, and I kicked it off, and I was like, what the hell? And I woke up, like with like the TV on and studying and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I woke up, like as I got up, like it faded in, and I was in my room. And in my room there's a mirror in it and stuff, and like I had a watch at the time, a digital watch where you could see the time easily. And I remember waking up and I was like, holy shit, that was insane. I didn't know what that was because I just woke up. I was like dazed as hell, so I thought that was
and
real.
It was your first time ever, so you're like, what the fuck was that?
I felt like that. That if you don't know what sleep paralysis, you feel very I don't know, like trapped, like you can't move, like you're awake but you can't move your body.
Pretty much scientifically, the idea is that if you have, like, for some reason have literally no concept, because I feel like everyone should know it at this point, but like if you have zero concept of sleep paralysis, the idea is that your brain is awake, but when you go to sleep, your brain shuts your bodily functions, so you're not like punching people like while you're sleeping.
Yeah.
And then if it does, that's like sleepwalking. The idea is that it's reverse sleepwalking, so your brain, like the pilot in your body, your mech body is awake, but your body can't move. So you're completely aware of everything, but you can't move. And then on top of that, there's I think it's like something with your pituitary gland releases like adrenaline type stuff, like that literally is related to like fight or flight. So like it's literally like survivability, like it's either you gotta fight or flight, and then obviously you can't fight because you can't move.
Yeah.
So it's
crazy feeling. It's a Kill Bill.
Yeah.
If you know the scene with the toe.
Yeah, wiggle the, was it big toe? Yeah.
Actually, all right, we'll get to that.
And like the idea is that like on top of that, it also causes like hallucinations and stuff like that. So that's your crash course on sleep paralysis.
So I woke up in my room, and immediately I was like, what the hell? I was so disoriented. What the hell was going on? Was that real? Oh, I was going through it. And then I looked at the time, and I remember in my head, I was like, please don't, like, it was like, 3 a.m. Like 3 a.m. is always the scary hour, the witching hour or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was like, please don't be this time. And I went to go look at it, and to my surprise, it said 333.
Yeah.
And then it flicked like one at a time, like boom, like the first digit, then the second digit, and the third digit at a pace like, and it went to 666. And
that's
I was like,
fucking
and
terrifying.
I was like, holy fuck! I was like, this shit's actually
it's
real.
It's fucking happening.
Yeah. And then I immediately went to go look in the mirror to see if is this the world?
Yeah.
Like, am I in my world? And I was looking at my reflection, And I don't know why, as a high schooler, I was thinking this. I was like, please don't like do anything different. Don't smile back at me or whatever. And slowly but surely, my reflection was my face, and it slowly went to like a grin to a smirk, and it was like looking right back at me.
That's so
and I
fucking
was
terrifying.
freaking the hell out.
Yeah.
And I was like moving in my dream, and then it flashed again, and I woke up, and I was in my bed again, and I was laying down like flat like that, like completely flat, like looking at my ceiling, and I could not move. And then I went to go look at my door, and I saw the handle slowly like.
Damn, you were going through it.
Yeah, I was like Inception, like Dreamception.
Yeah.
And then the handle like slowly creaked down, and then opened and started going slowly, and then this big black figure like came in and was like really like a looming presence like over me and stuff, and I was like I could not move for the life of me. I'm like, this is it. I'm getting got right now.
Yeah.
And after that, I mean, it progressively got better to the point where I actually know like to cope with sleep paralysis now. I have strategies like the big toe. I started doing the big toe to wake myself up.
Really?
Yeah, and it was starting to work. And like now when I get it, it's not as terrifying. I was terrified. I was like a kid.
Yeah, absolutely.
And now I'm like chilling.
I think anyone's first time like sleep paralysis is terrifying.
So that was mine. I had like a 3 triple dreamception. But nowadays I kind of have fun with it. I think they're like fun now. It's weird. I might be.
It's a good change of pace.
Yeah, I'm a freak maybe, but every time I get it, I'm like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
And then now I think I tried to move my head up and like jolt up because I like that feel. I don't know why. I like play a game with myself of like feeling trapped, and I try to like break through it.
Yeah, exactly. You try your hardest to actually like move.
Yeah, and then anytime there's like figures around my room or like whatever, like I'm just not scared at all anymore.
Yeah.
I feel like one day that's gonna get me. One day. But that's kind of how I cope with it now. I mean, I've had it so many times that I'm chilling. And then obviously the alien one happened. There was a bunch of other crazy ones that happened, but I think that was the most like holy shit moment of my discovery to sleep paralysis. And I know some of our friends. I know like, I think Tyler even said that like he's like never got it or something. I've never got it. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, like wait till like if you do get it, because like I forgot what the demographic it is. I know like our demographic from like high school to like a little bit older get it, and I know some people even like later in life like actually do get it.
Yeah.
So it's still not too late. I'm surprised too, because I feel like those guys work damn hard and like they don't get any sleep.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just mentally,
I don't know.
I have no idea.
But it could be like, I don't know, like genetic maybe?
Genetic. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I was probably working myself, studying and doing track.
Yeah.
I did indoor and outdoor track for like 4 years.
Yeah, but you see these guys. These guys, if you don't know anything about these guys, like these guys they doze off.
Yeah, they
like
do.
like no other.
Yeah,
I'm surprised they haven't like fell asleep and like while driving a car or some shit.
that's not good.
They're awful.
I'm sure our buddy Isaiah has fallen asleep in his driveway. I know that for a fact he has. But how about you? Sleep paralysis stories?
Yeah, I have a couple. I feel like I have like a good amount that like I'm so far removed from it because it's been years.
Yeah, it was kind of hard to tell that story because it's been a while, but
yeah, because all I remember was like my first time.
Your first time, yeah.
I mean, it's that fucking scary. Is that I feel like it's a big momentous occasion when you get your first sleep paralysis.
Yeah, is everyone's first sleep paralysis just like crazy daunting and
like
visceral?
I feel like it's almost like it's more. I feel like everyone's first sleep paralysis is almost like your like cookie cutter sleep paralysis. You always see the demon,
and
stuff like that. But all I remember was like, I was locked up, and I remember looking at the foot of my bed, and there was just like a dark figure just staring at me.
Oh shit!
Just right at the foot of my bed, and it was just looking, and it was this dark figure, kind of I don't know what the word is, like amorphous kind of blob kind of looking thing. No true details. I think there might have been 2 like red eyes maybe.
Yeah, it's just shadowy with like
yeah. You can't really like draw it, but I'm sure you could like kind of get like 10 different like images and be like, oh yeah, it was kind of somewhere around this kind of thing. But all I remember was that, and I remember being like, don't freak out. For some reason it was like I already was like, this is sleep paralysis, like you
already knew about it.
Like yeah, I think immediately when I woke up after this, I literally searched up sleep paralysis.
Oh wow! When I didn't even know sleep paralysis was a thing. So I woke up that night,
especially like, what the fuck?
Yeah, especially after the door. Dude, you don't know how bad I was tripping when the door creak dream, and then after I woke up in my bed again. So think about this: I woke up, I went from couch to my room to my room to my room, when I went to my room for the third time, I was like, is this actually real? Like, what is happening?
Yeah, you like lose sense of reality.
Yeah, it was the weirdest shit ever.
I know we were talking about. I'll go back to my dream, but I know we're talking about in your stream. We were talking about lucid dreams.
Oh, we're gonna get there.
And how to like trigger that, like exactly what you were doing of like looking at details and knowing and familiarizing yourself with like what's real and what's not real is like a good way to trigger like into a lucid dream. Because I know you were asking about that.
Yeah,
like,
I don't even know if I've had lucid dream. Did you accidentally lucid dream?
I feel like I've slipped into it. Yeah, that's like how I did it for the first time.
Like maybe I feel like I haven't had it.
Yeah.
And I don't know if like you would know. I asked you like, would you know for sure if you've ever had it?
I told you. Like,
yeah.
You
unsure.
Easily forgettable. Like you could easily forget.
Yeah. So I don't know. To the best of my knowledge, as far as I'm aware, I've never had lucid dreaming. And I was just going through the rabbit hole. I know Hannibal the Cannibal Hannah was in my stream and we're talking
Shouts
about
Hannah.
And she was saying that that's a very like is there like a very specific way that people can like trigger lucid dreaming, like the most random things, like putting like sleeping with a spoon or putting a spoon under your pillow, or like,
oh dude, she's like a freak. She reminds you of like she reminds you of like Inception, where she like gets the machine and like and like endorses it, like,
yeah,
and like she's like, all right, we gotta like,
she leans into it.
Yeah,
that's cool though. I was like mind blown. I was like, there's just like that's when I went down the rabbit hole, like if there's random techniques to get into it, and you're telling me, and like if there's even abstract shit like that, like eating a popsicle before bed and like listening. But she was saying that, yeah, like watching a movie or like I think like even listening to like a certain song before bed, or like
she did say that was weird.
Some stuff like that, very specific things that I was like, I didn't even know this was possible.
Yeah. But going back to my dream, I guess my sleep paralysis. I guess sleep paralysis is kind of like dreams almost.
Yeah, it's the same realm.
It's so weird.
Subset.
But saw this figure at the foot of my bed, like literally just staring me down, and just like I think the fear it's the fear that someone is there that I don't know, along with not being able to move, that like kind of makes you freak out.
Yeah.
And I just remember like trying to move and I just couldn't. It feels like you can't breathe too.
Yeah.
But you certainly are breathing, obviously. And
it's a weird feeling.
Yeah, it's like you're obviously alive and conscious.
It feels like you're suffocating, but you're not.
It feels like you can't breathe at all.
Yeah.
And all I remember was like looking up, and there was like this fucking vortex of like spirits.
Oh shit!
Like a vortex of spirits,
like the Whisperers from like Ep.5 remake.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. And there was just like a bunch of figures, like, they were a little bit smaller. I think like hundreds of spirits just in a vortex, going all around my bed. And I remember like,
did they like look inherently scary, or were they like neutral, or just did they seem threatening, or was it just like a thing that was happening?
It was just kind of like a thing that was happening. They didn't seem like there was any threat. Yeah. But like the vortex was almost like a violent like storm.
Okay.
So there was like winds going. That's how like violent they were.
Yeah.
And I remember like as I was like kind of trying to tell myself to like calm down kind of.
How can you?
That obviously it's almost like your brain just goes the opposite way if you do that.
Yeah.
And I just remember like it just got louder and louder, just more violent, and like to the point where there was like screams of agony in the vortex of spirits, just like various like yeah, like, and all I remember was just waking up from that. I don't think there was any more details to that. There was like that one. I remember there was like another one which was very simple. All I remember was I was sleeping and I think I slept with like a nightlight. I enjoyed sleeping with a nightlight for like a solid period of my time.
Yeah. Remember we used to have like the stars, like the stickers.
Oh yeah, no, we had like the glow in the dark stickers.
Yeah.
Is that what you're talking about?
Were there stickers or like I don't know, or were they like gummy-ish?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
That was cool.
That was a vibe.
Cool. That was a
vibe. Did we have it in this house or no?
I think we might have. I wouldn't be surprised. I think we might have.
That was a vibe. The thing is, me and Steven shared a room for like years.
Yeah.
Years and years. But going back to the other, it was a vibe. We were fucking looking at stars. You guys were just chilling in the dark room. We were looking at stars every night. But going back to the lucid dream, or not lucid dream, the sleep paralysis. As simple as it was fucking terrifying, because I think everyone's biggest fear is like drowning or like getting burned alive kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I was laying down at a nightlight so I could visibly see everything, and all I remember was like I couldn't move, so I was just kind of stuck in my visual like perception, like my view. And all I remember is like if you guys like have ever lit a gas or like a fire that was like fueled by gas or like all that, and you hear that like you know what I mean?
Yep.
You hear that like the ignite, like the ignition of the flame, and you just hear the I heard that behind me,
Oh shit.
and the visuals like accompanied it as if like a ball of gas like fire started going. And,
so you thought the house was like on fire?
and the thing is, behind my bed, at the head of my bed behind there is a I don't have a headrest, by the way, it's just wall. And right behind my bed is an outlet. So I thought something from the outlet started going on fire and I couldn't move. And pretty much the idea was that it did it and it got more violent, and you heard the crackles and it got more violent and more violent.
Oh,
and
you're
more
trying to
violent.
get out of it.
And I was like in there and I couldn't get out, obviously. So I was just stuck in my bed while behind me was just this fire engulfing.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel anything, obviously. I didn't even feel heat. But I just remember the fucking sheer panic of that, of like me being able, like I'm about to get burned alive right now, kind of thing. And I remember that being like a terrifying experience.
Well, I want to talk about. Are you done with sleep paralysis?
That's like all my stories I could think of.
Now, this isn't a personal story of mine, but astral projection. You know what this is?
I know
It's
a
kind
little
of
bit.
scary. I don't know too much. Good.
No, I said I know a little bit, but I don't know like I only know like as much as like you told me before.
Yeah, I
And
don't know.
and I don't even truly understand it.
Me neither. And I'm not gonna sit here and talk about this like I know, but I'm gonna try to say it the best of my ability. It's pretty much like you go to sleep and you have this out of body experience where you could like explore like different, I don't know, worlds or like I don't even know. You could like explore the world out of body, but and there's like a link between your soul and your body or something.
Yeah, like demon souls.
Yeah, I guess. And there's something like that, and you got to be careful because like there's in this exploration like world or whatever the hell you are, limbo, whatever the hell,
I want to
purgatory.
I want to assume there's like two realms between reality.
Yes.
One is reality, and one is what looks like the same reality, but it's just
Yes.
it's just like the spirit realm of that.
Yeah, and I don't know if I believe in this or whatever. I'm just here to talk about it.
If you watched hit movie Paranorman, that's what I think of.
Yeah, or like even then they mentioned it in what was a scary movie? Insidious. That was a good thing.
I didn't watch Insidious.
Well, anyways, there's a link between like your soul and the body or something, and
Yeah.
in this limbo, purgatory, whatever the hell, there's obviously other like entities in it. It could be evil or bad, and you gotta be careful for the evil ones because your body is pretty much like an empty vessel when you unlink, or when you remove your soul. I guess I don't even know what to call it. Your
Yeah.
spirit from your body.
Yeah, I get it. It's kind of like I'm trying to think, but yeah, it's like if like our brain is kind of like everyone talks about how like we're not ourselves.
Yeah,
We're just brains, and here it's kind of like, oh, we're just a soul and a body.
Yeah.
And we're just kind of leaving to go explore, and we can do that
Yeah,
kind of thing.
So-
but our body is left vulnerable.
yeah. It's pretty much an empty vessel, so that's when people think you could get possessed and all this
Possessed,
stuff
yeah.
from other entities that go into your body or whatever. Now, I don't know anything about it. I don't know if I even believe it or not, because I'm one of the people that it's like I don't believe it until I see it, but I don't want to experience it or see it type of thing. So I
Yeah.
don't really know. Could be true, but there is some crazy shit that I've heard or read.
Is there like experience, like firsthand experience?
Yeah,
quote unquote?
so it's funny. So I watch a lot of Twitch, and you know this.
Yeah.
And a lot of the big streamers that I actually watch, their girlfriends or significant others are part of a podcast called the Housewives Podcast or
Okay.
whatever. And they do it. I don't even know when they do it, but I saw a clip on YouTube where one of them were talking about their ex-boyfriend was super into astral projection.
Just super into it.
Yeah, and he would like love to do it every night, and like he would be figuring out things that he shouldn't know. And let me get into this. So he, like, for example, I believe she said that her boyfriend would astral project every night, and then one night he was like curious because she kept like a journal or a diary or something, and he astral projected into her room
Okay.
and looked through her journal, and it was like super locked up in a box where I believe she said there was like no possible way that he could get into it, or like I think he even asked him like if he saw it, like behind her back or something, and he was like, no, I astral projected. And he pretty much told her like what was in there and like said some things or like said something that he should not know.
Yeah.
And he said that he was astral projecting, and then I think he said, I can't remember if I'm confusing. I know this is true, but the next part I'm about to say, I don't know if I'm confusing it with something else. But he said it was either him or something else, where someone was astral projecting quite often, like he was, because he thought it was fun to just like explore the world and like figure out shit you shouldn't know. And
Yeah.
kind of like it's like a VR like thing. It sounds like a VR like simulator where you just want to have fun and like play around when you're sleeping, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of what it sounds like to me, at least. And he said it was doing it so much that something actually tried to get into his body.
Yeah.
And on the way back he couldn't like, he was like freaking out because he couldn't get back into his body. And I forgot what happened. I don't know if he had to like encounter it or like just like mental fortitude it out of his body or some shit.
Yeah.
But after that, I think he
said, no, I ain't playing.
Yeah, he's like, nah, like I should not do this anymore. And then he went to a priest or some bullshit. I don't know, something like that to like protect his body.
Yeah.
And I was like, that is very interesting, fascinating, but also terrifying.
Yeah.
So if you could, would you astral project?
I feel like I have no need to.
Yeah, right.
Like, what's the benefit? Like, do I get like bigger loot drops? Like, you know what I mean?
I don't know, maybe to just, I don't know, maybe to just go somewhere.
Just to experience something.
Yeah, experience something, or maybe figure something out or something. Think of it like as a superpower, if you will.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know, man. I feel like it's just like,
I don't like fucking with that shit. It's scary.
Yeah, because I feel like especially hearing like stories like that of like, because I'm sure he's not the only one that was just like had like close calls like that, but like the idea of getting possessed and not only that, by your own hand. By
your own doing.
Yeah.
And to just get stuck in this like purgatory, like limbo.
Yeah, exactly.
That sounds crazy.
Yeah, it reminds me of like Doctor Strange, but also, because Doctor Strange, he kind of does like astral projection type shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah, kind of. He kind of like could go out of his own body and like fly around, and that's why I kind of think is what's the idea of that. I kind of don't know. I forget. But also reminds me of the anime Noragami.
Oh, right.
Because they introduced the main character. I forgot her name.
Wow.
It's been a while. It's
you
been
call
like,
yourself Dance Anime.
Wow. I don't even dance anymore. But the main character, whatever her name is, I kind of forget. Write in the comments. Because it's all about Yato. It's the Yato show, baby. It's the Yato show. But she kind of happens to like slip in and out of her body through like astral projection almost. She's not able to like fly per se, or like kind of, I don't know if they were able to do that.
I don't know. From what they say, I guess. I don't know.
But the idea is that she is like kind of like superhuman. She could jump heights and do stuff like that. But what they do is that they put a little ghost tail on her, and that's supposed to be her link. They start setting up the idea that like if like that shit gets cut or something, like you can't go back to your body kind of thing.
Yeah, I guess that's like astral projection.
Yeah, you could tell that like they definitely looked into that and then use that as like a theme. But then on top of that, there's like demons in the world and stuff like that. So like
that sounds right.
They have to protect their body and stuff like that, and they start like
sounds about right.
They start leaning into that idea, so that's why it reminds me of like Noragami.
I wish I didn't finish it. I watched like 3 to 5 episodes or something. But I don't know, man. Do you think you could like accidentally astral project? Is that a thing?
Like accidentally? The thing is, I don't know the idea.
Yeah.
Like
I don't even know how you go about doing that. Like what the hell?
Like what's the feeling of it?
Yeah, I don't know. That's crazy.
How would you know if you're in this world or whatnot?
I don't know. But yeah, I thought that was interesting.
Because I've the only memory I have of like lucid dreaming is
I don't think I have. Maybe I have and I don't know, but go ahead.
Like my first experience was that I remember I was like in our living room. And I just remember like being like super aware that I'm dreaming.
Okay.
And I was like, "Oh shit, I'm dreaming." And I just remember just being like, "Okay, well, we're here and let's just try to fly." And I remember just like thinking in my head like, "All right, fly." And I just remember
that is so weird to me.
I remember
so crazy.
Like almost like floating up. It almost reminded me of like Sword Art Online. I'm just gonna bring all the animes in here.
Yeah.
Do you remember like in Sword Art Online, like season 1, like the second half when they were like in Alfheim or whatever, and they're trying to like fly?
Yeah.
And they had like the idea of like, all right, well you have to like think about it, and it reminded me of that, and I just remember being like, oh shit, and I was
chakra to your feet and walk up the tree.
Yeah, exactly. I felt like kind of like that. where like I kind of was starting to float up, but it almost felt like a really bad like play production of like I had no control, and I was like slamming into the doors almost. Like I got up and I was like whoa whoa whoa, and I was like oh shit, and I was like, and it kind of felt, but the feeling almost felt like it was like moving through water. It was very heavy.
That's crazy.
And I don't know if that was just because I couldn't differentiate like my real body from my astral projection. No, from my dream version.
So in lucid dreaming, the world you're in is a fake reality, or is it? Or are you like a ghost in the real world, like astral projection?
Well, I just happened to dream that I was in the living room, and to be fair, in my dream it was daytime.
Okay.
Which it was nighttime when
like
I was...
you could see your body sleeping though, in lucid dreaming, or
the way I've always thought about it was that whatever dream that you're in, you just kind of can control whatever.
Okay,
like
so that's not the real world then.
No, it could just be like, think about the most ludicrous dream you've had.
Yeah,
and you could just control every aspect of it, kind of thing.
That is nuts, man. And
also, it makes me think that like some people actually view dreams in different ways. Have you known about this?
What do you mean?
I saw this little thing on Twitter, I believe, and it was just like, it kind of had like the internet split a bit.
Okay.
And it was just like, how do you view your dreams? And I was one to view dreams in first person, the way that we experience life. Some people don't. Some people actually view it as a viewer of whatever you're doing.
I think I've had it both ways.
I've never had it that way.
I don't know. Yeah, no, I think I've had it. I think I've seen it in first person and third person.
Really?
Mention it.
I've never been a viewer of my own doings like that.
This is totally unrelated. I mean, I guess not, but I had a dream where I was driving in a car, and my car was like just parked, and I couldn't move it. I guess it was like kind of sleep paralysis, but not really.
Yeah.
I was in a car and I could not move it. I couldn't even like get out, and there was a car coming head on, and I saw
That's
the
fucking
headlight.
terrifying. Yeah.
It was getting bigger and shit, and I couldn't do anything about it. And of course, it like went head on, crashed, and then it went the moment it hit, it went slow motion, and I saw like my body like go through the windshield and it break and everything and flying. It was like super slow mo, like a movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, that is terrifying.
Did you watch The Vow at all?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
You probably pulled from that scene.
Maybe.
you probably pulled from the scene.
Maybe actually.
That was literally exactly how that scene goes.
Yeah, I mean, you might be right.
You probably pulled from that.
You might be right. No, that happened to me though. And I was like, damn, getting in car crashes is insane.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, that's about it. That's all I gotta say about that.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right, I'll just go on to my topic then.
But
so I wanted to talk about like.
Wait, do you think lucid?
Jesus Christ, are you really? We're about to...
No, seriously. Do you think is there anything with getting like possessed or taken over in lucid dreams?
Can we get possessed in lucid dreams?
Like in astral projection, like we said we could. Lucid dream, is there any consequence to lucid dreaming?
No, because it's all in your head, right?
I guess. I don't know. Just
like to me, lucid dreaming is the movies that we make every time we go to sleep.
No, you're right.
Astral projection is like this other realm within reality.
No, you're right.
That's the way I think.
You got
it all over your system.
Got it all out, baby. Go ahead. Wait. Go ahead.